Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I'm going to be drawing a Pacific tree frog. I debated. I went back and forth about this one a bit because I wanted to do like every 10 illustrations. I wanted to do sort of a critter or something that's local. And I've done a woolly bear, which is a caterpillar. I've done some things. Okay, so I thought about doing a spider. I have some fantastic footage of an orb weaver. If you don't know, if you're not familiar with an orb weaver and spiders don't freak you out, look it up. But if you're not a spider person, do not look up orb weaver. They are very kind of gnarly, kind of graphic in nature. I'm here for it. It's October. I don't know, but I decided to go with the tree frog footage I found at our local pumpkin patch. I don't have my lamps on. It is a rainy, cold day, so I'm really hoping you can see this. It's not too washed out. I'm going to be doing a frog. Okay, so here's kind of my frog sketch. It's a frog. And I could... This is going to be half pen and ink, half colored pencil, but I could totally do one. It's just way too big. They're really small. Pacific tree frog's really tiny. The footage I have, it was only showing me like the back of him, so I was kind of doing the best I could with what I had available to me. I could do two. One could be colored pencil, one could be ink. I don't know if I'll do it that way. I haven't really figured out how I want to do this at all. So here's the frog body. You know, it's a frog shape. Quick sketches, 5-second sketches. I could do the top half colored pencil, the bottom half ink. There's many ways I could divide this out. I could totally diagonally, like it doesn't have to be vertical or horizontal. Though the eye probably would look a little bit more engaging in colored pencil. So these are design composition choices I'm trying to think about of what would be best for this sketchbook. I could do two side by side that are identical. And one's colored pencil and one's ink. Colored pencil, ink. So those are my options. I wanted to talk a little bit about watching YouTube videos of artists creating. I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do two frogs. Okay, I'll do a whole frog in ink and maybe a partial in colored pencil. They're not big, and I'm not gonna pre-sketch this. I'm going to go in with reckless abandon. This is my sketchbook. This is how I'm sketching. I am using a Rotring Isograph. This is the 0.3. It's black ink. I will link all the products I'm using in the description box below. But I wanted to have a chat about watching folks create art on art channels. So that's kind of my thing. That's my jam. That's how I do this channel. But I wanted to talk about like realistic expectations and understanding when you're watching someone else create or do a draw with me or like a story time or whatever they're doing, understanding that you're just getting sort of a part of the story. You're getting only a partial of what they're talking about, of what they're showing you. And it's really easy to watch someone create and go, dang, that was quick, that looks good. Why doesn't my stuff look like that? And I feel like maybe there should be like PSAs or notices about things, especially when it comes to art and drawing, because there's a lot of comparison. There's a lot of like people trying to understand how to draw things and explain things, but they don't give enough context of the backstory of the history. So here I am drawing a frog, but I can say, I've been drawing for decades. I've been drawing every single day for years. I've been doing pen and ink almost every single day for years. my confidence with this product, this specific pen I've been using for months and months and months on end. I'm very familiar with it. It is very familiar with me. I have a degree in design, so I understand sort of compositions maybe a little bit better than some other people that don't have design degrees. I have tons of years of experience with all these things, and I feel like sometimes that stuff needs to be said. Like, wow, she just sketched out a frog. I did just sketch out a frog, and I just put pen to paper. That is years of confidence. That is years of creating. That is every single day. Every single day. That is what every single day looks like when you're drawing. This is how it translates. So when I go to do a video and I'm like, hey, draw along with me, draw with me, the speed in which I create is not going to be the speed in which you create, because we are on two completely different artist journeys with two completely different time frames, with two completely different sets of priorities. You may not have a YouTube channel, you may not do art every single day, and these things need to be said. So there is a realistic expectation of when people say like comparison is the thief of joy, that's no joke. So if you're comparing like the speed in which you draw to the speed in which I'm drawing, or if I make something look easier than you're having a time with it, like wow, you made that look easy. I did not I did not have an easy time with that. This is the years of experience pulling up. That's what this looks like. That's how this happens. That's how it directly translates. Those are the things that aren't talked about in videos of artists creating and doing their thing. They don't always mention in every single video, because you have to realize that new people are subscribing and watching every single day. So people haven't been following my journey of my channel and the things I've been doing for the last, 5 years. Or even the last 2 weeks. So, and that's no shade to anybody. It's hard to get your YouTube channel out there when there's, billions. So there's just so many channels. But it would be remiss not to remind folks that, hey, I've been doing this a long time. Drawing is my number one priority. I don't have a 9-to-5. This is, I would say it's my 9-to-5, but it's more like, I don't know, my 5 to 8. I work primarily in the evenings because I do other things during the day with the kids and the homeschool and the life and the stuff. So not everybody has 3 hours to dedicate to drawing. Not everybody wants to dedicate 3 hours every day to drawing. Some of that is marketing, some of that is social networking. Everything is in my life of my job is dedicated to art. So when I go to do a drawing video and I'm like, hey, let's draw a frog, and I draw one out in 5 minutes, that is the hours and hours of practice. That is what that looks like translated into a 5-minute video. It is the confidence I have of putting ink to paper without pre-sketching, without worrying too much about it. That's what this looks like. I'm going to do 2 frogs. I'll just do the ink one on the video, and then I'll go back and do the colored pencil. But I want to remind you that when you're watching my videos or other artist videos, that's what that is. Please don't get frustrated with yourself. Please don't get down on yourself. Please don't be hard on yourself. The fact that you're watching a video, the fact that you're thinking about drawing, or you've picked up a pen today, or you picked up a pen in the last year, or a pencil, or whatever your preferred medium is, that is the success. That is the success of you winning, of you doing something you enjoy that's for you, and that needs to be celebrated. That is what you should be looking at. And when you're comparing, work and trying to look at progress, you compare your first sketch to your last sketch. Maybe the first sketch of the year to the last sketch of the year. Maybe you redraw the same thing every 5 years and you look at the growth of that. You track it within yourself, you don't track it within somebody else. You cannot compare your things to my things. Our things are way different. Our lives are way different. They look way different. They feel way different. Everything about them. I have been using Micron since I was a teenager and I am 44. So that is a lot of years of fine liner practice and understanding of fine liners and texture and stipple and, you know, hatching, cross hatching and where to do that and shape and form and shadow, like understanding those things. That is how this pulls up in my sketch. That is what my years of practice look like. That is how I get it done. Okay, so please, 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 when you're watching one of my videos or you're watching anybody else's videos and they're an artist, they're a creator, they're drawing something, they're making something, please do not compare your progress to theirs. Even if you're following step-by-step instructions, they have more confidence in their stroke because that is something they have honed and practiced for hours behind the scene that they don't talk about, they haven't mentioned. That doesn't make it wrong. That doesn't make it bad. It's just something that we as creators and artists forget to mention all the time. Like we forget to say, hey, oh yeah, by the way, I've been doing this, using this type of paintbrush for the last decade. This is why it's my favorite. I've been using it every day for a month, for 3 hours every day. This is why I'm so comfortable with a one stroke whatever, or picking up a product and just putting it to paper. Please be gentle with yourself. Please celebrate yourself. Please celebrate every time you go to create and you make something. It is wonderful and I am so proud of you. Thank you for watching my videos and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Setting these two down, then I'm gonna find more small ones. Yay!